Alright guys, what's up? It is Tuesday, another day, another vlog, and today is push day. So I got some really cracking numbers last week on push. So again, the pre-session, do I improve? Will I improve? Going through my head, and I fucking love that feeling. I really do. I really like it, and I can't express to you how important it is to be really passionate about your lift progressions and make sure that you're amped to train, you're like amped to go and lift, because if you're not, there's something missing, whether it's in your recovery processes, so whether you're getting enough sleep, whether you're hydrating enough, whether your meal timing is on point. There's something not quite clicking if you're not motivated to train. It's most likely a recovery issue. Systemic fatigue could be creeping up, and your ability to recover session to session could be diminishing, and therefore you just quite haven't got the drive to go in and beat numbers, because you know the reality of beating them is quite slim. I'm off to Platinum today, so underground yesterday, Platinum today. Platinum, as I said, will be where the majority of my workouts take place, purely because the kit is better. It's a better gym. The environment, again, isn't the best. I'm never going to lie about a gym. It's a great gym. It's an absolutely awesome gym, but it's so new that it hasn't got that community feel yet. I do get more of a community feel at underground, purely because I've been training there so long. Been training at underground for coming up to maybe 3 years now, if I tallied up when I went there for my first session, probably about 3 years ago. So yeah, crazy. And then obviously Fits even longer than that, but I'm very rarely at Fits, which is one of my other gyms. So blessed to have so many good gyms around the area. It's just I don't feel like they're as good as some other gyms that I've been to, where, you know, like I walked into like Barbell Brigade, and the first time I was in there, I had like 5 people come up and speak to me, and just genuinely wanted to chat. Not that they knew me or anything, but they just genuinely wanted to chat, and they were hard training guys. It's funny, in the powerlifting realm, there's a lot of people that just train their balls off in terms of like just really pushing themselves. And this is what I kind of wanted to talk about on the way to the gym briefly, albeit it's a shorter journey. It's like, I see it on Instagram, like so many people trying to prove that they train hard, when in reality, they have no idea how to train hard. There's a difference, and I was talking to Ben about this, and I know Ben will watch this. He'll probably be one of the first to watch it as well. I was talking to Ben about this, Small to Swallow on Instagram, who I recommend you should give a follow if you are sort of into the stuff that I talk about. You'll like what Ben has to say. He's very clued up for his age, like legit. That's enough blowing smoke up his ass, but legit he is. So we were talking about how people try to prove that they train hard, and the reality is, when you see someone trying to train hard, like trying to prove a point, it always looks horrible, because they've never experienced it before. So like, I saw someone yesterday put up a video of them, you know, doing what they deemed as a hard set, and they lost all eccentric control, and their concentric was so messy because they'd lost tightness at the bottom of the rep. There's a total difference between knowing how to train hard and actually training hard. You know, sorry, there's a total difference between trying to train hard and actually knowing how to train hard. Training hard is not about losing your form, technique, execution. Training hard is about taking all those 3 variables, optimizing them, and then taking it until your eyes fall out, like legit, until your nose bleeds. Like that's training hard. So your eccentric control should be on point. Your concentric ability to stay tight, not lose tightness, not lose execution, or any of those variables should be intact. The minute you lose one of them is the minute you realize that you simply have either loaded the bar with too much, or alternatively, you've never taken it to that point of failure before, so you don't know what it feels like, or you're very rarely visiting those places, because only 1 week of your training allows for that, because the rest of your week is purposely managing fatigue and training like a child. But apparently that's not training like a child, because apparently leaving reps in the tank is still hard training. But I solemnly disagree with that. So yeah, in my opinion, you need to take your time learning how to train hard. I still don't know how to train hard properly with some movements. I'm more confident on others than I am with others, you know? Like my leg training, very confident to take things to failure. Very confident to train my absolute balls off. My pull workouts, pretty confident. Can still stay tight, can still attack sets. Like regardless of how sort of far away I am from failure or not. Leg training, push training, little bit less, you know? Like if I push something really hard, the likelihood of me losing a bit of tension or contraction is potentially slightly higher. So I'm just going to be careful with how far I push things. My ability to actually retain execution should always be of my priority when it comes to push sessions. So yeah, that's just my general thoughts of today. It will be my general thoughts forever, to be honest, and I'm just glad that all the big people actually agree with me, and then you just get all the other people that are trying to make their training easier and easier who disagree and say, you know, oh, you're all wrong, you're all gonna get hurt and bashed up, and well, yeah, of course you're gonna get injuries and niggles along the way, but what successful bodybuilder has never got an injury, for fuck's sake? Sorry for swearing, guys, I don't like swearing at all, but it just actually irritates me. And then, you know, like, you could argue that I'm stuck in my way with regards to, you know, the way that I want to train, but then again, you could also argue that the people that train in other manners that I deem as less optimal are stuck in their ways. So, it is what it is, isn't it? But yeah, so, I'm going to go in. I'm going to kill this push session. I'm going to leave about 40 reps in reserve, just in case I want to come back and have them next week. And I'll speak to you guys later, in a bit. Alrighty, session done. I've just been to Tesco, which is the bane of my life. Bane of my life, spending time in supermarkets. It's almost more annoying to go post-workout because, one, I'm always hungry post-workout. I'm always hungry anyway. What am I lying? And then following that up, it's like decision fatigue when you can't get your cream of rice. So you're like, what do I replace it with? And then you think about a million fucking options. I know that when Jack Thorburn makes like one change to his diet, he usually messages me about, what about if I should have this or that or that? I'm like, just eat some food, man. It's but everyone is bodybuilders, especially like the very regimented bodybuilders that have like a set routine and sort of like a menu of foods. We find it hard to break our ways. So today I didn't really break my ways. I just found some gluten-free rice cereal. The rationale behind going potentially gluten-free post-workout, and I don't always do this because sometimes I have bagels, of course, but for the most part my post-workout meal is normally gluten-free. The rationale is gluten can be pro-inflammatory. Not in everyone, of course, because some people will literally be like celiac or gluten intolerant, and therefore it's a giant inflammatory effect. But if you think about it from the fact that gluten could have a small inflammatory effect in all of us, the rationale behind keeping your post-workout meal gluten-free could be of some benefit to aid recovery and also aid the uptake of nutrients that want to be utilised in that post-workout window. Other than that, I am really chuffed with today's session, very, very happy. Now, I was thinking throughout the session how I'm going to be structuring these vlogs moving forwards. So essentially, guys, I am going to be sharing one, maybe two of these on my YouTube on a fairly frequent basis, like 1 or 2 a week. But the rest, which I'm ideally trying to make daily, will be uploaded to my members site. The reason behind this is because my members site is a very low cost, yet I want to give as much value as possible, and I'm realizing that whilst these videos are just an insight into my day, I do tend to go on a bit of a topic and it offers value to you guys. So I just think that it's fair that the people who are paying for the site get to see the daily content that comes from these, the daily informative bits, and then my YouTube fam can sort of see them like maybe once a week. If you want to see every single one and you want to see more like Q&As, detailed workouts, etc., then you can obviously sign up for the site and get access to it all. So that's what I'm thinking about doing moving forwards, and this will probably be the first one that goes on the members site, so I'll see what the reaction is from my members, and then we'll go from there with whether I structure more of them on YouTube, less of them on YouTube, etc. But I just think that they're informative enough to be placed on the members site and gather enough interest there, whilst also having a bit on YouTube that would be documented also. But that's my current thoughts. I may change my mind on that because I have in the past. But you know, the members site is great because I can put out like really, really good stuff, really, really detailed stuff, and answer questions in very specific formats. But also it's important that I don't unfairly distribute my content and make my YouTube more informative than my members site, because that would be unfair on the people that are paying for the site, you know. So yeah, other than that, heading home. Not got much to do this evening because check-ins have pretty much all been completed, so I'll try and just rest up, recover, and have some chill out time. End up responding to some of my messages from actual friends although my clients are very much so my friends. In fact, probably my clients are some of my closest friends, if I'm honest. So speaking to them is like speaking to my friends, but I don't very often get to reply to like voice notes from my friends or messages from my friends throughout Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and sometimes Tuesday as well, purely because I'm just so racked with check-ins and it's just non-stop, and just client messages, etc., that I have to get back to. But yeah, hope you're all having a good week so far. Obviously it's Tuesday, so Hopefully your Monday/Tuesday has been good, guys. Any questions, as usual, let me know. I'll be obviously free to answer any of them, either through the members site forum, or, well, not through the forum, but through the Facebook group is what I mean. But yeah, hope you're all having a good day, and we'll speak soon. In a bit, guys.